Hi, my name's Jaycie, and I'm going to share a little bit of my story with you. I was raised in a Christian home with two loving parents and an older sister in Fort Myers, Florida, and I accepted Christ when I was 4 years old. I remember coming home from preschool one day after learning what it meant to accept Jesus in your heart, and I told my mom that was something that I wanted, and we prayed and read a book, and from that day on, I considered myself a Christian. It really wasn't until my junior year of high school that I found myself crying out to God. I had recently realized that I failed the standardized test going into my junior year, and I was very embarrassed and I felt kind of ashamed, and I was really confused about what was going on. So I had to take an intensive reading course and retake the test over again. And then it was time to start applying for colleges, and I had to take the ACT and quickly realized that that was going to be a similar struggle. So my parents decided that we should reach out to tutors to see what we could do. And the tutors actually turned us away and said that I needed to get tested for learning disabilities. So I was very confused. I remember asking, God, why is this happening to me right now? All of my friends were talking about what colleges they wanted to go to, and I was beginning to realize that might not be a reality for me. And I got the test done and found out that I did have two learning disabilities and anxiety that were really hindering my ability to perform well in these exams. And we applied for extended time, and I was able to get that. And then I did end up passing the test and applying for colleges. And in that time, I was finally able to think about what was going on. It's a lot to find out about yourself at the age of 17, and I really was thinking, how is this in God's plan? What is the purpose of all of this? And I realized that I had found that my identity wasn't in the scores that I kept receiving that were really low, or the acceptances that I was going to receive, but that my identity was always going to be rooted in Christ. And that was a huge realization after all of that. So I went into college very anxious to fail and nervous about school. It was not my favorite thing in the world, but I pursued it and was eager to see what would happen. I decided to go away for a summer serving on mission trips and pursued a couple internships with my church. A lot of the people that I was near, they were non-believers, but I took it as a missions opportunity and continued on. And then the summer of 2019, I was reunited with a fun-loving Christian man that is a familiar face to most of you. And we quickly began pursuing a God-centered relationship after that week we spent together. And honestly, he was the breath of fresh air that I needed and a huge answered prayer. I wasn't really surrounded by a lot of people my age who understood my faith in Christ, and we were very much on the same page, and it was such a blessing. So after we started dating, I was coming to the end of my senior year of college and realizing I'm not really sure what I want to do, but I think I definitely want to be closer to Jared. So I kept praying, God, if I can find a job that I would honor you in New Jersey, please just make that clear to me. And a lot of doors were opened very quickly. I had an interview and a job offer and a place to live all in the same day. And it was such a blessing. So in the middle of COVID, I moved to New Jersey, and now I'm married to that man, and it is such a blessing to be able to serve alongside of him in his ministry here at FCC. So I knew God would always work this plan out for me, and I really realized that I had to let go of my own. So I'm very excited to be getting baptized today. I was baptized as an infant, but this is the first time I've been able to make that declaration for myself. Thank you so much for welcoming me here at FCC. It's been a little under a year, but it's already feeling like home, and I'm really excited to be taking this step in my faith with all of you by my side.